And hello, welcome back to my channel. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you, we are actually back in Wildlands. For the simple reason, Breakpoint is done and dusted, there's nothing else to do. We actually finished it on elite difficulty, apart from 2 missions, because hey, 2-man team. On extreme, simply cannot cut it for the simple reason. It has been explained multiple times in our live streams. Amount of damage we are taking with no option to cover away from it or approach any different way, being basically boxed in a little tiny area, is no way to do it with a 2-man team. 3 or 4, definitely. 2, no. So, we are now actually back in Wildlands, and since Walker is such a colorful character, we've decided to basically replay Operation Oracle to see how his character was introduced in Wildlands and how it actually looks, so we can kind of do probably a side-by-side comparison with Breakpoint, just to see if we are feeling this Walker vibe when he was first introduced. So do note this is 2017 title, and Breakpoint is a very cheap ripoff. Breakpoint is very well AAA title made.
An expensive ripoff.
No, it's
expensive.
God, Ubisoft's gonna sue my ass.
The £64 original release ripoff now going for £8 on sale.
Okay, you probably have a lot of point there. Anyway, right.
But just on the topic of Breakpoint Wildlands. I mean, we were just discussing just before we went live there. Coming back to this, how it feels. And we've already discussed this in a previous video, but let's just reiterate, we have just spent the last couple of days on Breakpoint, just finishing everything off, doing the Terminator, we did the Sam Fisher, and we did Red Patriot. So, we have spent quite a lot of time now in Breakpoint, and now we've come back to Wildlands as a sort of homage to Walker. How does it feel being back for you?
I don't know, feels home, man. You know? I stand by my words. This game is way better both looking and gameplay wise. Even with all its pros and cons, it's still better than Breakpoint in I would say every aspect. Maybe it's not the most realistic one, but the thing is it didn't even try to be. There was certain aspects, and it was actually kind of leaving you a room for imagination. And then a lot of people came around and started screwing things up, and one of them probably was me, because again, if I need to play immersively, I need realism. If I want to just play a game and enjoy it, then you don't really need any of this. You have the perfect open world stage and you can do whatever you want, so technically I think we can just roll with that.
Yeah, I mean, coming back to this, I mean, I just played 5 minutes just to get reacquainted, because on a control aspect, not much difference for me between this and Breakpoint, but on a gameplay level, on an AI level, and on a mechanics level, there is a lot of difference.
Yeah,
so
that is true.
It's good to take 5 minutes just to get the bearings, shall we say.
Are we talking about wheel bearings?
Yeah, wheel bearings.
Okay, wheel bearings for the chopper, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Ooh, cutscene time. Ah, no. We have an incoming call which I cannot hear because the voices are muted, and I do believe we kind of need to unmute them so we can actually hear all the chatter going on, right? Let me just do that real quick. Audio, voice volume is gonna be on, I would say, 40 for good measure. Yeah, let's leave it at 40, see how it goes.
Call me when you have the engineer. Bowman out.
Okay,
you didn't miss very much, just getting told that an engineer is being held underground, so... Nothing too story point related, nothing too pivotal that would change.
Looks like a Skeltech engineer wandered a little too far from home and now Unidad has him. We're gonna get him. Before he spills any high-tech secrets.
Skeltech? As in the tech company started by Jay Skell? Who's that? Only one of the smartest and richest people on the planet. Skeltech probably designed half the gadgets we use. Well, if he's so smart and rich, why does he need us to clean up his mess? Shit, just be glad he hasn't replaced us with robots yet.
Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing.
And
Foreshadowing.
at the same time, the one thing that I would definitely kind of want to talk about is we are playing in co-op, but we're getting the dialogues from the four-man squad perspective, which is, I would say, a little bit annoying. At least for me, I don't know about you.
It is annoying. Maybe it's good for a plot narrative, but they'd maybe fix that. Like in Breakpoint, if you're in co-op, I do notice if you talk to someone, it says teammate when you're talking.
Yeah. In here you are just talking with a, I don't know, ghost of the past.
A Nomad clone. One of the Nomad Terminators.
Oh, that would actually fit quite nicely. Okay, so we are actually on tier mode extreme
This
as
must be the
well.
way in.
So we need to be very frosty. Or McFlurry. Or put
We need to
sprinkles.
be a McFlurry.
We need to be McFlurry.
Knowing McDonald's ice cream machine's probably going to be broken.
What the hell is this shit? It's massive. You see any guards?
No. And that worries me. Keep your head on a swivel.
Oh, looks like these guys never worked in a retail warehouse. Because this kind of looks like a DHL's one.
Oh wait, I see Jeff Bezos. This is Amazon.
Oh god. Oh, that was pretty
These supplies will buy us a lot of goodwill from the rebels.
I'm joking. Jeff Bezos would never go to a warehouse.
I'm placing a mine for our Sicario friends.
Okay, let me just put some mines.
There might be civilians inside, so watch your fire.
There are no civilians in
Yo,
the warehouse.
placing a mine over here.
All of them are guilty.
Wait, let me place a mine.
It's like the Q from Star Trek. Instead of being judged, you just get assigned to a warehouse for your crimes.
Yeah, pretty much, I must say. Okay.
You have been charged and committed to 50 years
Someone's already
in
hit this place.
Amazon warehouse.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Unpaid. No! With no health care. Wait, that's just Amazon warehouse. We know.
Sounds about right. Okay, time to...
Looks
Arthur.
like we caught a break. The scientists are still alive. They've just been knocked down.
They don't
Only
look
the
very
Undead
alive to
soldiers have been
me.
killed.
So our guy should still be alive.
I mean,
Jeez.
on
How are
thermals
we
they're
supposed to
white
find
and
him in all
blue.
this mess?
So, you know, we've got
Search,
no heat
dumbass.
signatures. We're definitely dead. Yep, baby dead.
No, they're knocked out, okay?
They be dead.
The man said they're knocked out. I trust the man.
Yo,
Is the
place a
man
mine
a
over here.
doctor?
I certainly hope so.
Wait, let me place a mine.
There's a King's Flag.
Look at this shit. High caliber rounds. These
I've
guys
already
want to
got
hurt
that one.
somebody's feelings.
Okay.
So,
Okay, let's tactical in. Like very tactical.
Tackling.
Turn on your tacklan.
Running on tackling.
Demo primed.
Yeah, I would say put a mine somewhere around here.
Alright, I'm still trying to use the breakpoint method of explosives, which is really annoying.
Oh, this is a nice one. Unidad and its engineers are using a wind tunnel to test flying drone stability.
That makes sense.
I didn't even realize there was so much
Let me place a mine over
foreshadowing
here.
in this game. Maybe I was just hoping for a DLC like a fool. They played me like a damn fiddle. Well, what
You
is
mean
the
they
original?
fiddled with you?
Huh?
They fiddled with you?
Yes. And
And how old are you? And how old are you?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's okay. Someone has touched you inappropriately. It's okay to talk about these things.
Sounds like company. Stay quiet.
Okay, let's wait and
Yeah.
see how the... Gonna put a mine around here as well.
Placing a mine for our Sicario friends.
And let's just listen in to the cutscene. Okay? Okay.
Nomad. Fuck.
Walker? The hell are you doing here? Bowman didn't say to expect you.
'Cause that tough little handler of ours got no idea I'm here.
Are you sightseeing?
Hunting trip.
Huh, what's the game?
High level, skilled tech engineer. Daniel Rodriguez Arellano. See, Danny here, he's got access to company technology that the government does not want shared. But he's been spending a lot of time in Bolivia.
Probably not out here soaking up the culture, huh?
He's been selling secrets to Unidad. So he and we're about to have a little chat.
Our mission from Bowman was to rescue him from Unidad.
Look, I could blow sunshine up your ass all day, but I'll spare you. Bowman, she's my real target. They know exactly what he's been doing, but she's been protecting the little shit.
What's he do for them?
Informant inside Unidad.
These must be some pretty serious secrets for you to go off script.
Must be.
Fuck. They're here.
Get him up. Okay.
Kayate, you want to live through this? You follow me and do as I say.
You two done making out?
Okay,
Looks
prepare
like
for
Walker left some
contact.
fun for us. Time to earn our pay.
Puta madre! Who are these guys?
If you want to live long enough to find...
Hey!
Oh, wow, okay. Okay, this is amazing. Look how much we suck in comparison with fucking Breakpoint. Every single fucking time I come back to
Because
this
we've been
game.
playing Breakpoint too long. We're back to being a Wildland virgins.
No, this makes a happy face, man. This just shows how much Breakpoint was lacking.
Get your ass up,
I
man.
can't take this.
As soon as I step out, just boom.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
auto aiming. Anyway. And there's
Right,
not
let's
really-
try that properly. Let's We'll just not talk for a minute. We'll just concentrate on the game now. So, yeah. Game face is on, bros.
If you need a safe place, I got you, bro.
Wow, I don't want any of this.
Man down!
Ah!
Coming.
Shit.
Yeah. I'm down again. There's a guy right behind the corner. Fall back.
Shit. Say one left.
A todas las unidades, comiencen el ataque.
Man down!
Ah!
Yeah,
God, I'm
there's one here.
bleeding!
That looks bad.
Run into him. Literally.
No, there's two of them.
Well, I saw one.
I'm looking at a small group of tangos.
Okay, get ready.
Damn,
Wow, I
that's
don't
gonna
want
hurt
any
no
of
more.
this.
Thank you.
Enemy
I'm
down.
throwing a flashbang.
I see it. Second one. One second, go in front.
Oh, hell.
The flashbang actually worked exactly like a flashbang is supposed to work. I can see the sunlight, brother. Sending a drone forward. Yep, no one there.
Yet.
I
No
hope.
one there. Yet.
Let's go.
I will give, at least they add the troop transports in here to make sense as to where the hostiles came for. That's a nice touch, actually. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
true.
Mierda, get me out of here.
Bowman, we've got the package. Where would you like it delivered?
Good work. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
Wait. Bowman? Karen Bowman?
You know this guy?
Just get him to the safe house. I'll patch the coordinates through to you.
Okay, so we made it out.
Do you like my part, Job?
Yeah, I must
drone is up.
say that plane will not even feel the chopper there.
No, it won't.
It's probably gonna arrive in the base. Oh! Freeloader. Okay, let's stop walking now.
You made it. I'd like you to meet my team. Or what's left of them.
I'm sorry.
Unidad hunted them down using an advanced surveillance drone. A drone built with tech given to them by that engineer, Daniel.
This is not Bowman's fault.
Of course it is. Her and CIA. They've been protecting that weasel while he leaks tech that gets our men killed. Good men. I'm sending these boys home for the last time, but I'm not leaving Bolivia until someone pays.
This whole situation blows. But before we start handing out payback, let's see what the hell this meeting is about.
And we have a document.
Watching.
Y'all are ghosts. Top-tier operators, the quiet professionals. Bravest of the brave, tip of the spear. All that in a bag of chips. But even a bad motherfucker needs help once in a while. Good thing for you. I'm a ghost too.
Oh,
Bowman ain't
hi,
here.
Mark.
But Daniel sure looks cozy with those culeros. Think this is trouble for Bowman?
Sure shit ain't good news.
Oh, shit! No.
You son of a bitch. All right, asshole. You've got one chance to get this next question right. Where is Bowman? Where is Karen Bowman?
Oh, Unidad took her. I sold her out to them. Lo siento. I had no choice. They would never let me leave the country without her. Por favor, I just want to be with my family.
Where did they take her?
MOB Jaguar in Flor de Oro. Please. I'm telling you, I had no choice. I am not meant for this kind of thing. I'm just an engineer.
Mind if I step in?
He's all yours.
Ninguna novedad hasta ahora. Mantengan la búsqueda.
He was an American.
Yeah, that's right. He sold out his country.
Weird.
Now we need to find Bowman before Unidad breaks her.
You're concerned about Bowman now.
I don't give a shit about Bowman. I care about protecting the information in her head. She knows about my family. She know about yours. See, that's the kind of information Santa Blanca likes to use.
That tango's down.
The drone
She's
is up.
coming towards us.
Right by armory, look like they're standing still.
Heavy's coming towards us.
That one.
And let him walk closer. There's one by the armory. He's not inside.
Tango down.
Okay.
And that's how we get rid of them.
Flanks. Okay. Karen's in here.
Okay. Going from Miss Bowman. Does she want to speak to her manager?
You guys were just in time. Things were about to get stressful for me.
My
This ain't
coupon.
exactly a rescue, Bowman. I'm bringing you in because I've got some
I have a
questions in
coupon
mind.
for one
What's he
of those
talking about?
distraction.
Later. Let's get moving.
You gonna give me a weapon or what?
Walker's questions do need answers.
How long have we been in the field together?
Enough. I'm marking the location of a safe house on the map. If you want to talk, we talk there.
Shitballs.
Alright.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
You were able to get to me through the Skeltech engineer's lead. And now, you've got some wild ideas about what I've been up to.
It almost sounds like she is not happy that special forces have brains.
She is a Karen, after all.
Hey, I'm gonna speak to your manager. Sorry, ma'am, he outranks you by a lifetime. Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
See what happens when I drive, it's so anticlimactic. See? It's just such...
Mm-hmm.
No, normally when I drive it, so... How was that, Jeff?
All right, enough with the games. What's this all about?
What's it about? It's about you helping to steal information from the government and giving it to Unidad?
I didn't steal anything. I was helping a spy.
An enemy spy.
Now hold on.
My orders were to protect him for the success of multiple U.S. interests in Bolivia. And the Bolivian people.
Spoken like a true traitor. Whatever happened to loyalty to country? You should have killed that engineer the second you knew he turned. If you could protect a man like that, what's to keep you from selling information yourself?
Fuck you! I had orders and I was following them.
Orders? Orders? Your orders got my men killed. They aided an enemy. I'll take your orders and shove them up your ass.
Walker. Now this shit gets dirty. We all get paid to root around to the scum. Now we come out of that muck as clean as we can.
At least I know what side I'm on.
Look. I'm sorry for the loss of your men, really. Now, I might strut around like I'm the cock of the walk, but I don't call the shots. I follow orders.
Bullshit. You had command on the ground. You call the shots every time you obey an order.
Listen, you've been out there. This is an impossible situation. At least Bowman gives a shit.
You trust that spook?
You gotta trust somebody, Walker.
Yeah. Okay. I choose to trust you. And for now, I'll trust her.
That line right there.
Keep your nose
just
clean,
destroys
Bowman.
Break.
You owe me for the lives of 2 of my men. You stray one iota this out of right, I'll come and I will collect on that debt.
Actually, this whole cutscene just destroys Break. Empirical. I mean, there's no dispute. I can't think of an argument. Can you?
Yes,
Hmm?
of course.
Well, that was interesting.
Don't say Ubisoft.
Thanks for sticking up for me in there.
Walker's a good team leader. You can't blame him for caring about his soldiers.
Between your friends and your duty, you have to choose duty.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure Walker feels the same.
That's the thing. Walker's not just choosing his friend, he is also choosing his duty. It's not as grey, it's not as black and white as that, it's grey. And that would have been really good story, and that's really disappointing that literally that one cutscene right there absolutely destroys Walker's character. Everything done in Breakpoint. Because let's face it, Walker just said about just losing 2 of his men and how hard that was. Would he really be then responsible for the taking down of helicopters of multiple allies, people he knew? Also, he was going on about the cross lines of making a ground decision. He wouldn't make a ground decision like that if he knew it would cost so many lives. It completely breaks the character in Breakpoint. At least in the story we got in Breakpoint. Sorry. Story we have in Breakpoint. It doesn't make any sense. You disagree?
Plot armor.
There's not even plot armor. If there is plot armor, it's getting shot with 50 cals APR and getting ripped to shreds. It's not bulletproof. It's not even kept up. And actually, just thinking about it, you pointed it out the other day while we were playing the Sam Fisher mission. The Sam Fisher mission breaks the already mission existing in the game it's in, because Sam Fisher magically can get in and out when no one else can. I know it's Sam Fisher. I know, but, you know. Come on. I mean, we could go all day as to the differences between Wildlands and Break, but the main reason we came back to this was to replay the Walker mission and compare Walker in this to Walker in Breakpoint. Now done that. I've kind of said a bit of most of my piece. What do you think?
Yeah, I must say, apart from us dying 10 million times because Breakpoint is very forgiving even on elite difficulty, I must say Volker's character is completely different in Wildlands, and it makes sense in terms of everything. Like he's a patriot, he's a hardened veteran, he cares about his guys, his people, his squad, he cares about the country and its secrets, and now putting him, it's like not even Walker, to be honest. If there would be an installment for Breakpoint, that should be that there's an evil substitute of Walker, and Walker was betrayed by Karen Bowman on his way back, and they gagged him and threw him in a dark cell, and someone else was just doing it, so because in case of, they can always blame the real Walker because of his insubordination and beef with CIA, which would actually be a much better, much logical explanation of why Walker was such an asshole. He was in cold blood executing his fellow ghosts. Know what I mean? You have a missile coming in, pan. Well, shit. Okay, so what do we take away from all this?
Story of Breakpoint. Absolute. I still stand by. I don't know what happened. I don't know if we'll ever know. But whatever happened. But the story is so... The Walker we got in this makes sense. And this technically comes before Breakpoint. This was released before Breakpoint. This was a tease, kind of, I suppose, at some of the stuff of Breakpoint. And if you kind of look at it, it's really not setting Walker up as the bad guy. No. Yeah, it does a lot of foreshadowing for the drones, a lot of foreshadowing for the the idea of replacing troops with drones. Absolutely, that was there. We saw sort of
drone's not working. We're being jammed.
That's what I'm looking for. We saw hints at that. We recovered details on that. It absolutely exists. Walker and just the character present
is that an air defense system?
Is so different, but really it seems like it's been bastardized. It's just not the same character. It's not the same ammo. It's literally like they hired the guy because they knew he was popular because of Punisher. They hadn't watched Punisher. Then during the development of Breakpoint, someone in development watched Punisher and went, "Oh, you'd make a good bad guy." And the Punisher's not really a bad guy. He's not a villain. He sees justice in a very particular way, and that's what they try to copy. Is the sort of Walker is trying to employ justice in his own way, which is a very sort of almost Punisher-esque thing to try and do. So I don't know if it was entirely out of someone, as I say, just watched Punisher and just went, "Oh yeah, you're just going to play the Punisher." That's effectively what he was doing, He was a one-man hit squad with ideals, and that is it. I mean, I would remind anyone, if you're not a Marvel reader or fan of Punisher, the Punisher literally has bullet fragments in his brain that have augmented his mind to offset emotion, pain, and other normal aesthetics of being human, make him an ideal sort of soldier. So
I got another tango.
I would say that's not exactly an ideal character to have as a game. We're not playing a Punisher game. We're not playing one of the Marvel games. We're playing a Ghost Recon game. But it just happens to have a guy who did play the Punisher as a sort of base model for one of the main characters, whether it be antagonist or protagonist.
I don't know. Yeah, this is still up to debate, I would say, but in general, I wouldn't say that, you know, Walker was so bad, because there's one thing that was very good saying, what villains have that the main protagonists don't have, and it's vision. So to be honest, for Walker, he had clear goals. Maybe he didn't know how to achieve them properly, so he kind of sold out a bit. But to be honest, I mean, he never had his own personal interests at heart. He was always thinking about everything else but himself.
Whereas we could actually quite happily probably explore Bolivia, just fly around it, dive up and down the scenic bits and just sort of spend some time just admiring it, seeing all the Easter eggs and all the references and all the stuff he's put in. You know, we could probably spend some time quite happily in Breakpoint, but I don't feel like that in Wildlands. But I don't feel like that in Breakpoint. I mean, I quite like being in Bolivia. It's very... It feels nice. It feels nice to be in Bolivia. I don't know, what do you think?
I think there is something there about it, but anyway. We can explore both. It's just... To be fair, if we take away the auto-aiming bots from Wildlands, I would say this would be the perfect game. To be fair. If we take away the auto-aiming NPCs that are laser robot accurate and deadly, give them a bit more human type reaction, I have no issues with the rest of Wildlands, to be honest. Because you will see that in our little compilation that's taken place in terms of how our return in Wildlands started. So to be honest, it's one of those things.
Well,
so yeah.
Let's briefly recap what we've actually done. We replayed Wildlands, even though we have played it technically before. We kind of did it in arcade a tiny bit, then we switched over to tier mode. Extreme. And then we did full extreme. And we mucked around every now and again with no HUDs and different elements. And then we went to tier mode on extreme. We finished off with Kill Del Sueño. We've done some of the side missions. The map is basically 100% kills. And for missions, we've got some odd attachments and little bits of Kingslayer files that we couldn't find. We then went on to Breakpoint. We finished Breakpoint episode 1. 99% of episode 2, because we could not finish the Sam Fisher on Extreme and Elite due to being 2-man and quite simply having that many drones swarming and basically just everything else. It was a boxed in environment. No matter how often we retried that, it was not going to change. We were stuck by the parameters. We got a wee bit sick fed up.
System?
We went into what's called Fallen Ghosts.
Yep, we did the Fallen
Fallen
Ghosts.
Ghosts? That's fine,
Spawning another
thank you.
tango.
The Fallen Ghost
Deploying the
DLC,
drone.
which was,
Drone signals
in
jammed.
my
I can't
mind,
see or hear a
I would
thing.
actually quite happily play Fallen Ghosts again. I thought it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And that's not because of Ride of the Valkyrie. Just honestly thought it was really long,
Deploying drone.
really good.
The signal's all
It
bad.
had
They're
a
jamming the
scaling
drone.
of difficulty between the usual Unidad and the Extreme Commandos plus invisible troops and everything else. So
Damn, that's
it
gonna
was
hurt me more.
really, it was clean. It was a very clean game. you know, just as a DLC. I couldn't find anything that I would really criticise about it, other than it reminded me that there was not anything left in Wildlands to do, which is kind of disappointing because it leads us back to we kind of want more of this than we do Breakpoint. And then we finished Red Patriot. We had a look at Terminator and Breakpoint. And then we finished off Sam Mission. We only had to drop the difficulty on the last of the Terminator missions and the last of the Sam Fisher missions, and it was both for the same reason. Do you not agree? The exact same reason?
Yeah, it was the same because the scaling for two-man extreme is...
Not just scaling, but the actual missions were basically copy and paste of each other, when you actually think of it. The last Terminator mission, you have one bad guy, one main bad guy, with few drones circling. Now, yeah, I know the T-800s are a wee bit slower than the speeding, flying about, speedy things, but they're comparable. But, you know, you've got one main mission, which is destroy the center column, 3 cells that pop up after a set amount of time or kills that you then have to destroy, and then rinse and repeat for the other 2, and then that's you done. Go and kill the guy, congratulations, you're done. Terminator, you just carry on, unload your what's meant to be phase rifle from the future into his chest, or as we did it, plant copious amounts of C4 on both sides, wait for him to go to one side, blow it, wait for him to go to the other side, blow it, and while he's down on his ass, unload everything we have into him until he goes boom. That seems to work quite well.
Yeah, but of course, obviously he spawns little bunch of minions, or 2 to be exact, which are not taking lightly to such abuse of electronic equipment, walking around called their boss. So yeah. I don't know. There are good and bad things in this, but...
Terminator is actually interesting. It's quite fun to see, because it's quite a clever introduction, the same as Bolivia had Predator, which, as I said previously and I'll say again, I never got the chance to play. So Ubisoft, anyone that has connection is watching, make that happen again. What's the deal there? Why was it removed? I mean, I get IPs, but come on. I'm pretty sure. I think it's 20th Century Fox that owns a Predator license. I'm too sure they would be that thingy about having a very short DLC campaign. I mean, it doesn't affect them. They don't really have any Predator games, unless there's a Predator game on the horizon that I heard about, but I don't know. I mean, I would have liked to have seen that. But let's face it, the Terminator was a very clever inclusion for Breakpoint. Was, you know, drones, AI, machines, you know, that's the classic Terminator. So if anyone has any suggestions, please tell us what you think, game-wise, obviously. Tell us what you think about anything else, but if anyone has any game suggestions, we'd be very happy to hear them. We're going to go and at some point, maybe probably after we've finished the recording, me and Mr. Somebody will probably have a look at our individual respective game libraries, and we'll do a sort of, oh, you have this, oh, you have that, is it co-op? Yes. Can we play it? Yes. Should we play it? Yes. And if we find something, then we might, that might be our next target, shall we say. But we'll keep an eye on the channel. Sure, you'll still be doing your own individual content, won't you?
Probably. We'll see. Anyway, I'm out of sniper bullets, so I think it's time to wrap all this stuff up. And just retire for a while.
Yeah, I think we should retire from being ghost operatives. I think we've liberated Bolivia from... I have no idea how.
Go.
We've liberated Bolivia. We've still trapped on Aurora because we don't seem to escape Aurora at the end of chapter 3, but hey ho. Maybe Nomad just needs a break for a little while because he sort of watched all the bullshit of Breakpoint as well and just went, man, I'm done with this bullshit. This is shit balls. So, I think what we'll do is we'll enjoy the weather and sky and hills of Bolivia one last time. We'll go out one last time on a bang for at least Ghost Recon, and we'll see what the future holds for our co-op gaming sessions, but that really has disappointed me for Breakpoint. I don't think I'll be really returning there with much love, or really for much play value. But unfortunately, I would play Wildlands again and play the DLC again, but Breakpoint, it's broken. We keep saying this, but this has really proven it. Just coming back and even just playing that one mission, Walker, just really shows it. So, for me, I bid Ghost Recon farewell. I think we'll go out on a bang one last time. What do you say?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. I would suggest you to not uninstall the game yet. There might be some interesting
no, I'm not
proposal
gonna
into work,
it. I mean,
but yeah, I think for now I'm gonna take a break from it as well, because...
Bear in mind I've got like 16 terabytes for storage, so I've got plenty of storage. Don't worry about it. It's not going anywhere. I'll keep a hold of it and I might drop in just to see update that's happening tomorrow, yesterday, Monday, whenever it is. Whenever the updates.
Yeah, probably tomorrow. It's so nice to see flashbangs being exactly how they should be.
Have our own little firework display.
Ow.
A little bit, yeah. Okay, I've got one last mission for us. Take on the moon. Die, moon. Giant satellite for skill tech. I will shoot with my sniper. Some poor little kid over the far end of Bolivia is just sort of like seeing bullets just sort of land in his front yard going like, Mommy, it's raining bullets again. The ghost operators are back.
Well, I think we have actually finally thrown out every ammo we have on the ground almost, apart from some that
I've got a few left.
I think this is a pretty proper send-off when it comes to it.
Yeah, it's like that bit in Return of the Jedi, you know, when all the Ewoks are sort of playing on the enemy's helmets. Don't think too much into that scene. So, we have our little 1812 overture of explosives. So I think what we'll do is, there's even some floating C4 for me, which is really interesting. Yeah, for me, let's sign off on Ghost Recon. We maybe pop in for a few little videos just on the break, but I think we should have a look at some other games. So, you ready for the final goodbyes from Wildlands, at least for just now, next couple of months?
Yeah, and yeah, big shout out to whoever was actually following this. Please do leave a comment what you want to see us play or attempt, or do you know, we're kind of pretty open to ideas when it comes to games and gaming. And if it's a co-op game, great. If it's still about Wildlands or Breakpoint, just drop a message and we'll see what we can do. So yeah, thanks for sticking here and pull the level, Crunk.
One last thing before we do it. If anyone who does want to play with us in Wildlands, we would also be open for that. So if you do play Wildlands or in Wildlands and you want to have just a game session with us in Wildlands, we would return for something like that as well. So don't think we're completely uninstalling it or getting rid of it or never going to play this again. We would happily play something like this if this is a game with someone.
Yeah, and by the way, we promise we will actually be serious because, let's face it, this is a fun channel, fun gaming and everything else, and
we can be serious when we want.
Yeah.
But we just choose to do stupid things like this. So, goodbye.